paid for my son's college tuition, then one day I got a call that changed everything. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more powerful stories. I still remember the day my son, Daniel, was accepted into college. The letter arrived on a rainy Tuesday afternoon, the envelope already damp when I pulled it from the mailbox. I stood there in the drizzle, reading it twice to make sure I wasn't imagining the words. When I finally stepped inside, Daniel was sitting at the kitchen table scrolling through his phone. I didn't say anything at first. I just slid the letter across to him. He looked up, confused, then read it. His eyes widened, and for a moment he looked like the little boy he used to be, wide-eyed, hopeful, unsure of what to do with happiness. He hugged me so tightly I could barely breathe. That hug made every sacrifice worth it. For years, I had worked double shifts at the warehouse. Overtime, weekends, holidays, I took them all. My hands were always sore, my back constantly aching, but I told myself it was temporary. This was for Daniel. I didn't want him trapped in the same cycle I was in. College was his way out. I opened a separate savings account just for his tuition. Every paycheck, a portion went straight into it. I skipped vacations, drove an old car held together by faith and duct tape, and learned to live with very little. Daniel never asked for much, and I never complained. When his first tuition bill arrived, I paid it in full. Seeing the confirmation email felt like winning a quiet, private victory. Everything seemed fine for the first few months. Daniel moved into his dorm, sent photos of the campus, talked about classes and professors. When he came home for holidays, he sounded tired but excited. Proud, even. I believed every word. Then, one Thursday afternoon, my phone rang while I was at work. I almost ignored it. Unknown number. But something told me to answer. "Hello?" I said, wiping sweat from my forehead. "Good afternoon, sir. This is the registrar's office from North Valley University. May I speak with Daniel's father?" My stomach tightened. "This is him." There was a pause. Papers shuffled. Her voice became careful, professional. "We're calling regarding Daniel's enrollment status." I leaned against the wall. "Is something wrong?" "Well," she said slowly, "according to our records, Daniel withdrew from the university over 3 months ago." The noise of the warehouse faded. Forklifts, voices, machinery, gone. "That's not possible," I said. "I paid his tuition. He's attending classes." Another pause. Then, softly, "Sir, he hasn't attended a single class this semester." I hung up without remembering how the conversation ended. That night, I sat at the kitchen table long after dinner had gone cold. Daniel walked in, backpack slung over his shoulder, talking about a group project like nothing was wrong. "Sit down," I said. He froze. Slowly, he set the bag down and sat across from me. I told him about the call. His face drained of color. He opened his mouth, closed it, then stared at his hands. The silence stretched until it felt unbearable. "I didn't know how to tell you," he whispered. The truth came out in pieces. He had withdrawn early in the semester. The classes overwhelmed him. He felt lost, out of place, terrified of failing. Instead of asking for help, he panicked. He told himself he'd figure something out before I noticed. The tuition money? He used it to support himself while chasing something else. "I'm trying to build my own business," he said, voice shaking. "It's not stupid. I've been working nonstop. I didn't want to disappoint you." The anger hit me like a wave. Years of exhaustion, sacrifice, pride, collapsing all at once. "You lied," I said. "Every day." "I know," he cried. "I know. But every time I thought about telling you, I remembered everything you gave up for me. I couldn't stand the thought of you looking at me like I failed." I stood up, pacing the room, my chest tight. I wanted to yell. I wanted to demand my money back, my time back, my trust back. But then I looked at him. He wasn't smug. He wasn't careless. He was terrified. The same fear I'd carried my whole life, the fear of being stuck, of wasting potential, of disappointing the people you love. I sat back down. "What are you doing now?" I asked quietly. He told me about long nights working, learning, failing, trying again. About sleeping on couches, skipping meals, questioning himself every day. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't running away. He was trying to build something of his own. I realized then that I had paid for his future without ever asking what future he wanted. College was my dream for him, not necessarily his. That didn't erase the hurt. Trust doesn't heal instantly. But it changed the conversation. Instead of shouting, we talked. Really talked. 4 hours. I told him I was proud of his effort, but disappointed in the lies. He promised no more secrets. No more pretending. Months passed. It wasn't easy. Money was tight. Doubt crept in often. But slowly, his work began to pay off. Small successes. Then bigger ones. One evening, he handed me an envelope. Inside was a check. "First profit," he said. "I want to pay you back. Every cent." I didn't take it. "Keep it," I said. "Just promise me one thing." "What?" "Whatever path you choose, walk it honestly." That phone call shattered the future I imagined. But it gave us something better: truth, understanding, and a new definition of success. And that changed everything.